Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. With the permission, Mr. Speaker, sir, let me take this time to pay tribute to two of my colleagues in the Tourism and Civil Aviation who have recently left us. Firstly, Mr. Eliki Kaumaitotoya of Kambara, who was one of the first trainee engineers with Qantas back in those days, became an aircraft engineer, came back to Fiji, served with Qantas, and he was one of the founding members for ATS, which is now a well-established organization with the shareholding given by the government and the workers. Eliki had served as chairman of CAF and did a great job in ensuring that that CAF lived up to its charter. He was a person known for the standards that he set, and we pay tribute to him for his contribution to tourism and civil aviation. And secondly, Mua Leli Taukave has also passed away, a true son of Fijian Rotuma, a dear friend who played a big role in Air Pacific back in those days from the 70s. And until recently, he was managing the Rotuma airstrip airport. So I'd like to ask the House to pay tribute to these two larger-than-life personalities who have contributed so much to tourism and aviation in Fiji. Thank you. Yeah. And still on aviation, Honorable Speaker, I just want to share with the House with great joy that the negotiations with the Americans in terms of the service to Dallas has now been approved. And Fiji Airways will be flying to Dallas on the 10th of December. So that's quite significant. As we know, the Americans would only talk to us if we liberalize our air policy, aviation policy, which we did. Cabinet approved liberalization. And dialogue with the Americans started in December in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia last year. Now it's approved, and the service to Dallas will be on 10th of December. So within 12 months, we were able to negotiate and have Fiji Airways fly to Dallas. So it's execution at its finest, if I may add, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in terms of SRIF, as you know, Honorable Speaker, I'm very passionate about SAF, Sustainable Aviation Fuel, and sugar is a significant feedstock into the production of aviation fuel. And I'd like to see FSC thrive, and so that Fiji can produce its own aviation fuel going forward, being a country that relies on aviation come tourism. As you look at the report here, Honorable Speaker, I notice a very significant statement here where SRIF says it's not about increasing size of land, but increasing productivity, which in this case is yield. Honorable Speaker, for Fiji, the yield is on 47 tons per hectare, whereas the global standard, global is the 90 ton per hectare globally. In Lambasa, when we did the sugar bill, was it Bill 1819, or we did the consultation on that. In Lambasa, around the Wangela airport area, there's a farmer there who was yielding about 130 tons per hectare. And in Nandi, there's a farmer who's doing 150 tons per hectare. So given the size of the amount of land that is available for cane farming, if we increase the yield, we can easily reach our target. We need about 3.5 million tons to produce ethanol. So we need to reach that. We need to go to 3.5 million tons to enable us to produce sufficient ethanol for SAF. So from aviation perspective, this is very, very important, and I would like to see this happen, Honorable Speaker. What is being shared today by the Honorable Leader of the Opposition and the Minister of Sugar, the extension arm role of SRIF, I think we should encourage it. And if it's happening, it's also mentioned here in the report, Honorable Speaker, on the long-term establishment of business arm of SRIF. If they can do that, Honorable Speaker, I believe we can do 3.5 million tons of sugar and produce sufficient ethanol for aviation. I just don't want to revisit the old days, Honorable Speaker, but remember when you were sitting on the other side, we pleaded for a bipartisan committee to look into sugar, but you were told to go and fly kites. We could not agree. They could not agree to include us in a bipartisan committee. That was 8 years ago. We were pleading with it, but it didn't happen. But now, with the new way of leadership, we are more inclusive. Let's work together to make this happen, Honorable Speaker. So I am quite encouraged by what I see here with SRIF, the technology they can introduce, and to fully manage the work at SRIF extended to the cane farmers to produce the cane crop that he wants. And I'm quite pleased with the recent announcement by the Honorable Minister that Singatoka the focus will be on Singatoka to increase production over the Honorable Speaker. Nandoa and Nabosa were also big in sugar production. It was only possible, Honorable Speaker, because of the efficient rail network. You have this main trunk, and then they would go right into the valleys. Farmers, a company was picking their crop right from their doorstep, and that's how my province was able to be a huge part of sugarcane crop, Honorable Speaker. So I would like to see more of that to come back. It's unfortunate we didn't repair the Singatoka Bridge. But Honorable Speaker, you need to go into areas like my province, Singatoka and Ra, to enable us to make that a target. So, Honorable Speaker, I'm quite encouraged by the SRIF report. I think it can be done with commitments and new systems, scientists and all that running the show. We should be okay. So I support the report, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.